When did trading make sense to me? Yo, I get asked that question a lot. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, for the longest time, it didn't make sense. Like, I couldn't figure it out. It was just tough. You know what I'm saying? And I understand everybody learns different. That's one thing you need to understand. So stop comparing yourself to other people, because comparison is the thief of joy. You feel me? But it started to make sense to me when I started to realize that there were goals and dreams that I could achieve a whole lot faster than most people. I look at my life now and I say, dang, had I not started when I did, I would be in the exact same spot that I was. I told y'all before that it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. You know what I'm saying? It take a long time, right? Trading is all mental for the most part. Like I said, you can learn, you know, day trading 6 months to a year, if not sooner. The basics of it don't take long. But in order to truly master yourself, it's gonna take a long time, right? People have been trying to master themselves for years. And that's the main part, right? So, you know, it started to make sense when I realized, you know what? I don't have to make as much money as everybody else to be happy and to live how I want to. I just need to make enough, and I need to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I need to make enough. And so my goal was always just to make 6 figures a year with trading, right? Not trying to overdo it, not trying to push the limits. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Like for you, you may want to be a 7-figure trader. You may want to be that, you know, amazing, just outstanding trader. But me, I'm very good at multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do a lot of different things. I'm very gifted. God is good. So I don't put all my eggs in Forex, you know what I'm saying, or day trading. I understand what it's used for. I understand I can make money fast, and then I can move this money to other things. So that's when it started to make sense to me. Like, you know what? All I need to do is make $380 a day, you know, to really live a great life. And that's most people. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do the crazy numbers unless that's just something you set out to do. For me, trading made sense when I realized I could pay my bills a month ahead of time. So listen to this though. Like, imagine the first week you take care of all your bills in the markets. The other remaining 3 weeks of the month is all free. You know what I'm saying? When you start doing stuff like that, when you pay the bills in the first week, like your rent, your mortgage, whatever, your utility bills and all that in the first week, and then the rest of the month is just free money, that's when it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not trying to chase everything everybody else is doing, and I'm just focused on my goals and my needs and my dreams, then that's when I dominate the most. You know what I'm saying? The moment I start losing and it stops making sense to me and it starts frustrating me is when I'm trying to be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, just remember why you started. Remember what you're doing it for, and don't get distracted by all the noise, because it's going to be a lot of noise out there. It's going to be a whole lot of, and it's going to continue. You're going to be older. You're going to see 21-year-olds and 19-year-olds making all this bread. You can be like, dang, I should have, you know, it's just going to mess you up, because we human. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happened to me. I told y'all before a long time ago, I'm not sure if y'all remember, but I had to unfollow certain people on Instagram because it was just getting to me. Like, dang, I need to be doing that. I need to be doing that. Like, nah, you don't. Do what God called you to do. So I would challenge y'all to find smaller goals, tangible goals, and trade to get those. Even if it's something as simple as, you know, making enough to pay for groceries for the whole month or something like that. Like goals like that, to where it's like it makes sense. So as soon as you pull the money out and you do it, then you realize, dang, this trade thing really works. You know what I'm saying? Like subconsciously, it's gonna do something to your brain, because most of us put money in, over trade, over leverage, blow the money, nothing to show for, put more money in, nothing to show for, or do a big account flip and then blow half of it in the market. And it's just like, nah, go buy something with that. Go do something with that. Go be a blessing to somebody with that. And so it gotta make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get to the point where you're very tired of losing money, right? If you're not tired yet, you're gonna keep on blowing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep on messing them accounts up, and eventually, hopefully, you get tired and say, you know what, let me just start taking my bread. That's why people over time, they used to ask me, like, you know, why are you so happy about, you know, making $300 or $200 or, you know, making $50? And I'm like, bro, because it's real money. And I got a skill set that I could just print money. Like, looking at it now, it's kind of like people will look like, oh, dang, you know, you happy about making $100 in the market. Yeah, I'm still happy because I value money again. You know what I'm saying? At first, I had a point where I was making so much money in the market that I just didn't value it as much. You know what I'm saying? But you take enough big L's, you be happy for everything. You know what I'm saying? I had to remember, like, you were the same guy that was happy about making $200 or $300 when you had a job and you was able to leave that job. Like, that was your goal, and when you start making that, you was able to leave. That's the type of person I had to get back to. You know what I'm saying? Was that guy. Because the whole, you know, trying to chase $20,000 days and all that is frustrating. Yeah, I promise you. It's way easier when you just, you know, you doing light work. We light work and we still coasting. We coasting good. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that some days are going to be huge like that. Some days won't. You know what I'm saying? Most days probably won't for me. And I'm cool with that. And I'm cool with, like, seeing my students eat. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That's what gives me the most, like, peace, is knowing that I'm actually helping somebody else eat in this market. Or people, you know, send me testimonials and show me that, you know, they take care of their family and they taking vacations. And some of them even went to the same spots me and my wife went to. And that's fire. You know what I'm saying? The fact that me, you know what I'm saying, was able to do that. God is good. You know what I'm saying? God using me. Let me say that. But yeah, you have to make trading make sense for you, your goals and your dreams, right? What is it that you want that's not too crazy right now that you could achieve and go after that? You know what I'm saying? Some new tires on the car. Make enough to get an oil change. Make enough to pay your cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, those small wins, it'll help you appreciate trading that much more. You'll go in there with a better, you know, mind frame on how to trade, where to trade, when to stop. Because if you don't have any goals in this market or any tangible things that you're trying to achieve, then you're just gonna keep blowing it. You know what I'm saying? Because now I understand, like, if I'm trying to pay my credit cards off with my trading, then I can't lose the whole account, because then that just defeats the purpose. And then I have to pull more money off the credit card to put in the markets, which again defeats the purpose. So if I put $1,000 in from my credit card, I need to slowly make that $1,000 to put back on the card. And then whatever I do with the rest, you know, it's kind of like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but kind of like whatever. Because it's just profit at the end of the day. But I still try to treat it and be a good steward over it. That way I don't, you know what I'm saying, mess that up. Because y'all know how that goes. The way you do it is, this is what I tell you to do. If you want to go on a vacation, because you know they got vacations that you could pay on monthly, let that be a goal. Like a cruise or something like that you can pay on every month until you pay on it for like 5 months, and then you're able to go on that trip. Do stuff like that. Because when you do that, something here happens and you just start killing the market, because you understand the value of what you really have in front of you. People was like, when did you know when to quit your job? I quit because it was easier for me to quit a $9 an hour job than it would have been if I would have been making $100K a year. So if you're in a position to where you're making like less and you don't really have that many expenses, then yeah, do your thing. But at the time I didn't even care, because I just knew that I was only making $9 an hour. It wasn't gonna pay nothing anyway. You know what I'm saying? I had nothing to lose. So either I'm gonna quit and try. And I tell people this, like I told my boy Lowe's, and like I tell anybody else who's trying to quit their job. Now I can't say this for everybody, but I knew the type of person Lowe's was, and I knew the type of person that other people are, based on what they've shown me. Once you decide to quit, something goes on in your brain to where you will not let yourself fail. I don't know if you that person. If you are, then you like us. You know what I'm saying? It's something about quitting, and it's like you get more energy. You got more time. You're more driven. You really about to go in now. And that's just kind of what happens. You know what I'm saying? For most people who quit and, try to pursue this thing. Now you got some people that quit and they lazy. They don't really do what they said. They need a boss because they need somebody to tell them to get up in the morning, stuff like that. That's when it don't work. But if you somebody who really driven, I tell people all the time, like, they be scared to quit. And I'm like, look, bro, I promise you, if you quit, you will not let yourself fail. If you anything like me, you're going to find a way to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, look, what helped me, and I ain't saying this for y'all or nothing, but like having my daughter, when I had her, that helped me, like, it was a switch. Like, I instantly was like, all right, I ain't no more playing no games. I gotta get myself together. Like, I gotta make money. I gotta make sure. And I already knew I wanted a lot of kids anyway. So I was like, I need a big family. I need a big house. You know, I need this. So it was already planned from the jump. You know what I'm saying? My mama had 5 kids. I wanted to have 5, but I got 4, which is good. I ain't having no more though. Said I wanted 5 till I got 4, and I'm like, all right, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? But when you plan that out in your head, I'm already knowing, like, okay, I need to make at least 6 figures. That's why I only wanted to make. I was like, $10,000 a month. It's $120,000 a year. That's gonna be enough to take care of everybody in my family, like, you know, my kids and my wife, and then we'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the Lord came through with a lot bit more. You know what I'm saying? To be a blessing to other people. So that's what it is. But that's when trading made sense to me. Like, when I could pay electric bill, and I'm starting to look at things like small numbers. I remember when I was on Zillow and I was looking up rent houses and, you know, just mortgage payments and how much houses cost on Zillow and like the monthly payment. I'm thinking, like, that's nothing when you learn how to trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, the house be $4,000 a month, and I'm like, that's easy in the markets. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about it, like, if you really know what you're doing and you really manage your stuff right, you can make $4,000 a month, like, easy. So I was like, this has to be something that I need to do for the rest of my life, like, no matter what. And if I ever come across a big, you know, lump sum of money, that's what I'm thinking at the time, then I'm gonna be able to run that mug up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, look, don't despise small beginnings, because a small account now can grow into something very large later. As long as you mastering a skill set, that's the main thing that matters. Over time, you'll come across the right kind of money that you want, you know what I'm saying, that you want to put in there or whatever. Or you might come across a prop firm, you know, that you learn how to, you know, do it that way. And you will build that thing up and be the same trades that you took on a small account will be the same trades you take on a large account, but with a bigger lot size, and you'll make twice as much. You know what I'm saying? So the skill, as long as you mastering the skill set, that's the most important. And then from there, I mean, you'll just double and triple up. You know, God is truly good. You know, He's really good to His people. You know, He really makes sure that we get what we need. And the fact that we even know how to do what we doing right now, y'all, blessing. I'm looking around every day. I'm at restaurants. I'm looking at people's lives. Not saying that they got bad lives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people love their job and what they do. But I'm just like, they could be doing a lot more if they truly knew what we know. You know what I'm saying? And when people find out, they're like, dang, bro, like, I never knew this existed. It's so many people that have no clue that Forex or binary options even exist or what it is. You know what I'm saying? They might have heard it, but they don't know what it is. So it's gonna take somebody like you or like me to be able to change their life the same way ours, you know, is being changed. So if you are losing right now, if you are somebody who have been losing for the past couple years, that's okay. That's normal, bro. You're not the only one, sis. You ain't the only one. I was losing for years before I figured it out. And part of that was because YouTube wasn't around yet. Part of that was because, it was around, but it wasn't nobody really uploading nothing, teaching it, so I'm trying to learn by yourself. Another part of that was I just kept switching strategies too much. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of y'all problem as well right now. You switching up too much. So if you want trading to make sense to you, stop switching up all your stuff, right? Only thing you need to add to your strategy is support and resistance. Other than that, keep everything else the same. Trade, support, and resistance, and you're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Catch the bounce, line that up with your strategy. So if you got the 50 and the 10 moving average or whatever, you waiting on that crossover. Once it crossover, look for the nearest zone that the market could push to, and then hop in until you hit that zone, like stuff like that. Like, you got to learn how to just mix stuff into your strategy instead of changing the whole strategy, right? That's why I'll be telling y'all, like, it's okay to watch other YouTubers, you know, but once you get you a strategy that's made you some money, even if it worked, 3 times, keep using that one. You know what I'm saying? And then add little stuff on top of it, but not too much to where it confuse you. You know what I'm saying? So, because your strategy works. I promise you. Every strategy I've ever used worked. Every last one of it. There's not been one that just did not work. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I didn't know what I didn't know. So now I know zone, support and resistance, all that right there. Oh yeah, trend. Yeah. Now I know I can use them same strategies and kill any one of them now because I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? But That's all it is, y'all. So if you want trading, like I said, to make sense to you in your life, you have to use it how it's supposed to be used for everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really think about why you started or when you started, a lot of y'all started because y'all was just tired of y'all jobs. A lot of y'all started because you was just tired of not having enough money, you know, after you pay your bills. And, you know, some of y'all started because y'all wanted to be rich, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But whichever way you started or whatever, you know, whatever you got to do to get back to the person that you originally started with, that's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I am more excited now about making $1,000 a week than ever before. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand I done lost a lot of money in these markets, keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? And I just got tired of losing, man. So I can make money all day. That's not the problem. I can make money in the markets every single day. Even on Mondays and Fridays, I can still make money. You know what I'm saying? If I push myself to do it. But what I understand is I didn't keep the money. You know what I'm saying? It's not about how much you make, about how much you keep. So we can make money all day, but what's going in your bank account at the end of the day? Like, is it compounding over there? Is it stacking up? Are you able to use it? The answer was no, because I kept blowing it and doing dumb stuff with it. So I'm like, look, just take the money out, bro. Just take it out. It's gonna be okay. You don't have to compound over here all day. Like, just take it out. Stop risking so crazy on these trades. Just take your time and understand that if I took my time on my trades like for months, like I heard somebody say they compounded for like a year, but they was just doing small amounts. I mean, and it compounded great, and they was at like 50-something thousand at the end of the year, like in their account. And it's like that, but we as humans, we don't be having that kind of patience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times. So if we just develop that kind of patience, like, this will work over time if I just take my time and not get focused on what everybody else is doing around me or on the internet and just play your game. It's a wrap. And that's when trading will make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? That's when it makes sense. When you're playing your own game for your own goals, for your own family, you know, and just take out money and do something nice for somebody. Like, I challenge y'all today, bro, or tag me on Instagram or whatever. I challenge y'all to make some money in the market, some good money, you know, 300, 400, 500. And if you can afford to do it, you know, if it's extra, then go give it to somebody. Go give it to a waiter. Go to a restaurant, eat, and give a $500 tip, $300 tip. And just look at the expression that you have on somebody else. Like, look at the expression on their face from the impact that the markets did for you. You know what I'm saying? When you see them type of reactions, you're gonna be like, damn, this stuff is powerful. And just to know that that $300 or $500 that you gave, you can go back and make it again the next week, like that. That's the blessing. You know what I'm saying? When you're able to do that kind of stuff. So take the money out, do something with it, you know what I'm saying? And really make it work for you. So it will make sense to you. So you don't want to quit. So you don't want to give up. So it can be a blessing to your family and somebody else's. And yeah, man. It's your boy J Cash, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all in another video. Lego.